Hello and welcome everybody to Age of Wonder, a Masks actual play stream here on TTRPG. I am Miguel. I'll be our GM for the first issue here, titled TBD. Before we figure out the title, let's go ahead and meet our players. Everyone, go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know your player's name and playbook and one fun fact about them. And let's kick it off with, how about Nikki?
All right, I am Nikki. I am co-creator here at TTRPG, and today I am playing Savannah Da Silva, aka Van, aka Bramble. And she is the transformed. And a fun fact about her is that she was in the color guard. She was co-captain of the color guard before her transformation.
Fun fact indeed. Thank you. And how about we move right along to Momo?
All right, I'm Momo Shive, and I am playing Kalili, aka Pyro, and the playbook that I'm using for her is the Bull. And fun fact about her, she secretly likes cute, fluffy animals and can't resist feeding them.
I think it's a fun fact about all of us. And moving right along, how about Izzy?
Hello, I'm Izzy. I'll be playing Izzy, she, they. I'll be playing Micah, they, she, aka Cosmos. She is using the Nomad playbook. Fun fact about them, they actually killed their first Vexling at just 14 years old. Dark Vexling, excuse me.
How to differentiate.
It is a different thing, I'm told.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you very much. So the three of y'all have recently come together as a heroing group. When I believe Cosmos, you apparated, however it happened, into our fair city of Halcyon here, with a small dispatch of shadow people known as the Mercy in pursuit. You ran into one Savannah Bramble here, along with Pyro, and with their assistance, we're able to dispatch these shadowy figures from another realm, but not without causing a little bit of property damage and the such that caught the attention of none other than the wondrous Wellingtons, one of the premier superheroing groups, families, franchises here in Halcyon City. And you were politely nudged, we'll say, with threat of legal recourse, into what's called the Small Wonders program, a little achievers kind of training program for people with extra awesome abilities to help them really hone their skills and become productive members of the superheroing community. So you've been put into a loft in Wellington Towers, right, where the three of you are now roommates. We'll say it's a basement unit, right, kind of thing. Everyone was already kind of set up for the recent cohort. You were like a last minute addition, so there's like a rather large storage area in the basement that's been refurbished as your new quarters, right? You've got those high but small windows. You know what I'm talking about, the little tiny ones, but that's about it. Everyone else's room is like 101, 103, 308. Yours is like S1, right? And that's where we begin our day. You know, we're starting the morning off. We are about a week away from the biggest celebration in Halcyon City, right? It's Wellington Week, where the entire city gets together to celebrate just how wonderful the wonderful Wellingtons are, right? What's everyone doing this morning? How do you get your day started?
Define morning. Like, what time is it?
It is probably it's about 7, as the automated lights throughout the building kind of turn on to make sure everyone is up and out of bed and being productive, right?
You 7 a.m.?
7 in the AM.
Oh,
American
thanks.
time,
I hate it.
as it is Halcyon time, we'll call it, right?
Are we all in the same room, or do we all have our own rooms?
You all have your own rooms.
Okay. Bramble, like, some, like, vines extend out of her hands and kind of go cover her eyes, and she just rolls over and tries to go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm. So it's sort of like ambient lights in the room turn on a little bit. They brighten a bit as this happens, as you have a sort of virtual assistant.
Oh my god.
Willie, she's called, right? Modeled after Wilhelmina Wellington herself, darling of the golden age of superheroing. Her soft voice comes on and says, "Savannah, it's time to rise and meet the day."
I've told you how many times to call me Van, first of all. Second of all, it's 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm going back to sleep.
A little like chime goes off from your dub tab, as they're called, the Wellington tablet. Device you were issued as soon as you were initiated into the program, or the system, as you all call it. Around the tower. A chime and a sort of like a little red notification goes up. You've been alerted that for your unsavory language, been assigned another hour of volunteer work this week.
If I get up now, will you take that back off?
No answer.
She, like, gets out of her bed and, like, puts on little fuzzy bunny slippers that Kalili got her for Christmas and walks out, goes and bangs on Pyro's door.
Yeah, I'm getting up. You hear like a thud, like as someone literally rolls out of bed. She just kind of dragging herself up off the floor, like just throwing clothes off of a chair on. And okay,
Coffee?
yeah, coffee sounds great. And the door like opens and she's like kind of put together like she normally is, which is kind of looks like a thrown together a little bit, Coffee. Yeah, coffee. I think, yeah, that'll kick my ass.
Careful with the language. I got fined already today.
Yeah, your dub tab, just little chime goes off.
It's gonna be like
Willie,
the good place. We're gonna start saying forking shirt balls.
Your virtual assistant turns on. And the great thing about your dub pads is the ones that have been issued to you here as part of the program are always by default in 3D mode. So it has a little like holographic interface that pops up so everyone can always see your business. It's part of their big transparency initiative, so if you're texting, it's right there in front of God and everybody.
All right,
so
then I go bang on Cosmos's door.
Mm-hmm.
You up?
Why are we doing this?
Because
again?
If we don't, they make us volunteer for more shirt.
They can't really make us do anything. I mean, I've been a lot of places. If we just tell them no, they kind of have to listen eventually. I think.
It's too early to start a rebellion, in my opinion. We need coffee first.
Oh, wait, there's coffee? Yes.
Yes.
And like, yeah, she'll hop up out of bed where she's been laying with a some sort of like a force field projector on their palm. And every time a light came on, they would like shoot one out, just target practice style. This stops when the mention of coffee comes up. They'll be like, fine. Yeah, same thing. Roll out of bed, pull on sweats and like a sweater and go outside. Morning or whatever time it is. Also, hey, we're here.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful, lovely morning. Everything is so beautiful here.
At least they have coffee. And I like the idea, like, Cosmos is like Janeway. there's coffee in that nebula.
Right.
Yeah, you have one of the Wellington pod machines, just like a drawer gets refilled for you. It's just
This is so not eco-friendly.
That's true.
It's like their productivity blend. It's called.
I hate that I like it.
right?
Pretty convenient.
There's just enough, like when your refill comes in, it's just enough that each of you can have a cup a day for a week, but that's it, right? And then it like refills the next week. It's starvation basically. But yeah, as you're settling in with your cups of coffee and everything, another alert comes on, this time on a much bigger screen in your main living quarters. We'll say the living room, right? It's just a big alert that you've got an incoming message from your mentor / caseworker, reformed criminal, current employee of Wellington Industries, Croc Monsieur, a crocodile humanoid with a real French motif. Stripy shirt, the beret. He leaned in real hard into the stereotype and paid for it in the media. You know what I mean?
He's holding a literal baguette.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that, like, around Christmas time, Van gave him a pair of Crocs. It's like, they're real comfy.
He wears them, right?
Oh.
He's like, it's like,
He doesn't realize it's an
avoided-
insult.
It's like a flashback, right, to that set that when
Right.
he gets him, he's like, I was really avoiding these because of the connotation, but dang, aren't they comfy?
Kalili definitely had
Delighted
pointed
when he got
out,
them.
like, look, it has your name on it.
Indeed, he says, right?
It's
But yeah,
custom.
his big crocodile face pops up on the screen, all right? And it says, good morning. And you can see he's got his little Wellington pad out and he's like shifting through files until he gets to yours. He's like, group S1. Hope everyone is, everyone's day is off to a great start. Aren't you lucky? I've got a great assignment for you today as preparation for the Wellington week, right? Get excited, everyone. We are gonna help with the Wellington Zero Emissions Initiative, right? This year, Wellington Week is going to be 100% carbon neutral. This says here, and as such, we're going to need your help in logistics. So, he like pings over the address of a warehouse. He says, just scoot on down to the train line. You shoot right over to there, and just look for Julio, and he will report to him, and he'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you right now, it's a lot of lifting boxes. Good luck. And his face just disappears.
Are they using us to transport things instead of cars? What the?
Is this allowed even?
He pops back up. He goes, "It's eco-friendly, actually," and then disappears.
Okay, I forgot that they can do that. Okay.
So about that rebellion.
This is what I'm saying.
I
We
mean-
don't have to listen to them.
It requires a lot of organizing, but I think if we get the Sibs involved, we might be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
And by Sibs, she means Kalili and Van's younger brothers.
The younger bros.
Yeah.
And coincidentally enough, you mentioned the Sibs, and there's like an obnoxious knock on the door, right? Just like several, like, you hear like, Vanna, open up. We ran out of coffee again. I need to borrow some. Is your younger brother JJ? Did we decide on? I believe.
Yeah, I think I decided his name was JJ.
Mm-hmm. Your Shadow's here too.
Yep. Is it cool if we let them have some of our coffee?
Yeah.
I mean, we can make them share. They can share one.
They can share one.
Okay.
Yeah.
She opens the door. You're still growing, and you can share one.
As you open the door, you see he was already impatient and he was kind of like trying to wire the electronic lock on your door open. He goes, "Oh," puts it back, and he goes, "Yeah, looks at Shadow and goes, share one. They just kind of look at each other again and pop and start. He just starts fiddling with the dub pods. He goes, "So what are you two up to today? We got class soon." They're still in the younger tract, right? Of the the Small Wonders. I'm sorry, it's just the dumb name.
No, it's
dumb.
great.
It's dumb intentionally.
It's perfect with the name of the show and all of that. It's a good one, Miguel. You did
fits
good.
so well. It fits so well.
For the audience's sake, JJ has no powers. He's just in the Guys in Chairs program.
Yes. Oh
He was
my
admitted for
god.
his technical aptitude, is what it says on his profile. Right?
I love
Guys in
that.
chairs.
Yes, that was beautiful. Well, we thought about doing a rebellion, but too much organization.
Well, we thought about doing a rebellion, but too much organization, but we decided with you guys it would work. So how do you feel about going to lift some boxes, and we will find more coffee for you?
As you're saying that, like, they're both sitting there with like trying to just pouring coffee back and forth between their mugs, right, to get it perfectly even, just totally tuning you out. And as soon as they're even, they both pull out like a popsicle, like a full-on like Tootsie Pop kind of stitch, and start dunking and then eating their coffee. And they're like, huh? We do what? We got free passes to Wellington week, so we're super stoked to go. Could we do the rebellion maybe after the big festival?
Oh,
Our whole class is going.
We're missing the point of
we got
rebellion.
to them.
We don't have free passes. Do we have free passes?
You got work passes.
We got free passes to lift stuff.
Yeah, your dub pad or whatever is your email there with an attachment. It's like a virtual pass. It just says logistics, and then in big quotes, volunteer.
This is so much shirt. This is way too much shirt.
Cat.
I love my cat.
All of your little dubs chime at the same time, giving you like a little 5-minute notification, right? You're gonna miss your train soon or whatever, and like departing in 5. Thankfully, your level is the closest to the Wellington line. It's a private underground transit line that only runs between Wellington facilities. Thankfully, it connects this one to the warehouse where you're all assigned.
I gotta say, this is one of my worst rebellions ever.
In all the world and all the dimensions you've been
in all of the rebellions of which I've been a part, this is not going well.
Well, I guess we have to do the thing or whatever.
I think
Or
my laziness is gonna win this time, because I don't feel like I think we need to do more preparation before we can truly rebel. I need to learn more about who we're rebelling against.
the system. We're rebelling against the system.
Yeah.
It's always the system.
But
or
we
the
need
man.
to, and then
It
she
is.
like kind of tries to whisper, we need to know their weaknesses first.
Is
Like
it not Crocs? Oh, I guess that's more of a strength in
I'm
this case.
talking about the people in charge at the top.
We could just punch them all.
I mean, yes.
Everyone's weak to a punch eventually.
Eventually, if you punch them enough, they'll bend.
They will become weak.
Yeah.
I've seen that on papers. I can't believe we're agreeing on something, but you know.
I know. Today is a weird day. I don't the rebellion is a good idea, but yeah, like
Right. So maybe we pretend to do this box thing, and we'll go out there and we'll get in the boxes, and when they're unpacked, we'll just come out and do some punching. Not physical punching. I'm more of like a science punch person, but you know.
Yeah, I don't really do punching. I do more like some squeezing. Strangling is more my style.
So what I'm hearing is we get in the boxes and we punch, strangle, science.
Sure. Punch, strangle, science.
Punch, strangle, science on 3.
1, 2.
Punch.
Punch,
Oh,
strangle, science.
Punch.
Oh God,
Was
sorry.
that not
If you-
serious?
We'll work
Okay.
on it. We'll work on it.
You hear a
Yeah.
little chuckle from the Sibs, right? And then like JJ's just like, popsicle in his mouth. He's like, well, have fun. Fun with the rebellion, sis. We're late for
It's 7 a.m. Why are
class.
you eating a popsicle? That's not real food.
Wait, do they give you popsicles?
They have eggs and
yeah.
like toast and shit, and I got them to buy the linguiça, so like, why are you eating a popsicle for breakfast?
Because mom and dad are back in the burbs and I can do what I want, sis. And he just leaves. He's like, we're late for class, right, Shannon? The way he says class,
Like,
he's a little suspicious.
JJ,
but,
she grabbed,
they're
Van
gone.
grabs JJ like
Oh,
by
sure.
the back of his shirt and like drags him to the dining table, plops him down, and says, breakfast first. Real
He
food.
says,
You are a growing boy.
dang, sis. Fine. I'm acting a lot like mom these days.
She pats him on the head. Okay, I love you. Bye.
So I was gonna ask. So JJ is attempting to shift your labels by comparing you to dear old mom.
Gross.
He's trying to shift up your mundane
Okay.
and your
What do I roll? Oh, I have to reject his influence, right?
or accept. Yeah. So do you accept or reject?
I'm going to reject that influence.
You're not a fan of.
I am not like our mother. Gross.
Okay. So
I'm
if you're
better
gonna,
than
yeah.
our mother. How do I do that?
Okay. Let me. Oh, that is not on.
I don't see a thingy on here about shifting labels.
Okay. So if you're rejecting someone's influence,
There it is, yeah.
you basically you're just gonna roll. It's a straight roll.
I don't add
Yeah,
anything to it.
Correct. Let me double check. Yeah, it's a little far down there on that quick reference.
I
thing
see it
there,
now.
but, yeah.
Well, the good news is I rolled an 8.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So an 8 on 7 or 9, you're gonna choose to either clear a condition, which you have none currently,
Yeah.
or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Or you can shift your labels by your choice, what you do, or you'll cancel their influence. So
I'm going to take that one.
oh, and
I'm
then
going to cancel his influence
Mhm.
and put a plate in front of, like, go and grab the breakfast and put it down right in front of him.
Mhm.
Cross my arms and wait for him to take a bite before I leave.
He does. He's like he's a bit upset. He's like, I don't know. Still seemed like a lot like mom to me. And then he just like shuffles out the door with Shadow kind of tail between his legs.
Before Shadow goes, like Kalili definitely nudges him. She's like, "Hey, give me some of that popsicle."
He produces his own, like an extra one, and just gives you that one. He's like, he has like a pocket full.
Oh my god, you're a lifesaver.
Van takes a tortilla, wraps some eggs and linguiça and potatoes in it, and then heads out the door with like a breakfast burrito in hand. Anyone else want a breakfast burrito? Can make you one real quick.
Sure. Just, like popsicle in one hand. She's just like, I got another hand.
Cosmo? Cosmos burrito?
I'm gonna go bribe someone for some more coffee.
Sure.
Is there anyone around to bribe for more coffee?
You are unfortunately the only ones that live on this floor of the building, so you could make your way up to the other,
Which
rooms.
is that in the direction we're headed?
It is not. You'd have to go
I'll be
upstairs.
quick. Yep, I'll be
Yeah.
right back. Don't let the cab train leave.
If they, yeah, we'll stop them if they try to
Just
Mhm.
as we discussed, science, punch, strangle.
punch the train. Yeah.
I'm gonna run up the nearest flight of stairs and just bang on
Yeah.
a door.
Yeah, you bang on the first door. This lady opens up and she's like decked out in like glitter, face paint. She's got some streamers and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, it's
Yes, hi, it's me. Yeah, I'm so excited to see you and celebrate Wellington today. As part of the celebration, we are collecting coffee to donate to people who don't have coffee. Can I put you down for 2 cups today?
Like, oh, you're the downstairs people, right?
Sure, yeah, whatever
Like,
you need to.
She's like, okay. She kind of like is peering like through her door, and she goes, no, it's the downstairs people.
We're celebrating. We're collecting coffee.
She's like, she kind of like does one of these, like, oh, honey, so we don't actually drink coffee. So
So it shouldn't
we
be a
don't get
problem?
we've stopped getting our shipment. We just told them to stop sending it to us since we don't need it. We just kind of get up in the morning. I guess that's why we're on the fun patrol today. We're just gonna go around the city, spreading t-shirts and balloons and things in preparation for the big week.
Oh,
I
that
bet
does
y'all
sound
got
fun.
just as fun an assignment, right?
Yeah, actually,
And she's like, oh, enjoy. And she just sort of closes her door.
I would like to leave a mean note on the door. Just, you jerk. And then a frowny face.
Uh-huh. You leave it like, you have like a Post-it or some sort of little like gadget that leaves like a weird little.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take out a weird note gadget
Yes.
and just like scratch that on the door.
Mhm.
These people love coffee and cannot get up without it.
Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers.
Will do. Let's see. That's 6 plus. Hang on. What do you roll for unleash your powers, or what do you add?
Oh, you're gonna add your. It's your.
I think it's
Correct.
freak. That
Yeah,
sounds
it
right.
is.
Okay, so that's like an 8. I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. 7 or 9 market. No. Okay. You can either mark a condition or it can be an unstable temporary effect. And
Oh,
I'll let
fully
you choose.
marking and secure.
Okay. So you leave it, and it's kind of like your signature tech, right? So everyone's gonna know it's definitely you that left this here. Maybe that's what has you a little bit insecure, as it's left you exposed, right? But it's fully like you use your force projector to kind of carve a note into the wall, and you leave in just enough energy that it animates it, right? Like a little force field energy that kind of like continue, like it sort of like is marching across the door as it goes and just leaving more and more like like carving more and more out of it, just in a like really slow pace. And
Naturally, sure.
it just says like it's like you being like, you jerk, and it's like a kind of grotesque caricature of her like slamming the door over and over again,
Clearly, obviously. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
fair. So I will go back downstairs, coffee free, and be like, actually, I wasn't thirsty. I don't want coffee anymore.
Mm-hmm. So you all jump in your cadet overalls and head on to the train.
Yeah, she's like popsicle burrito, popsicle
Popsicle
burrito.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have these like big, like light blue, really bright, standard issued jumpsuits, right? The long sleeve. It's a total like speed suit situation. And they're a little padded and bulky, like they've got like reinforced knees and elbows and such, and just like big bright yellow. It just says cadet, and on the back it just says small wonders.
Do we have to keep these on?
Yeah,
Can
so
I
everyone knows
hold
you're part
mine?
of the program.
I put my leather jacket on over it. She just hate this thing.
Bramble like grows her thorns out so that they are poking out of the suit.
Absolutely, yeah. No, you
just thorns
just
all over her arms and yeah.
You gotta breathe, right? Can't help it.
And Mike is holding theirs.
Yeah, just
not even wearing it, just holding it.
If you need to see the label, like it's right there.
Straight up. Yeah.
Love that.
It's because Mike is cooler than us.
Right.
Stop it. No, come on, guys.
Kalili would never admit that.
So you make your way down to the platform, right? And it's very clear. Everyone else who's still around has been assigned to this party patrol or whatever it is, right? They've got like streamers. They're setting up their dub pads to like shoot off like holographic fireworks and things like that. You know, they've got a big checklist of everywhere. It's like, it seems like everyone's getting on a train going one way. The three of you are the only ones on the other train going that way, etc. You know, you've got flying kids doing stuff. There's like a werewolf guy who's like full on wearing a big shirt that just says party wolf, you know. Call him Gavin.
This feels a little suspicious, or at least like a little personal, right? I mean, I know we're the only ones on the S floor, but I mean, we could at least take a class or something with your brothers. I don't understand why we're moving boxes when other people are, say, on a fun patrol. Doesn't sound that fun.
I mean, we're not fun.
I could smile at people.
I mean, yeah, but like, and we're super cool and stuff, but like, I don't think that we're fun. I'm not really cheerful. Like, I know that the pink kind of throws people off, but I'm not cheerful.
Yeah, but you can just tell people to have fun.
Okay, let me try. Have fun. Does that
maybe
feel realistic?
That felt a little bit sarcastic.
Yeah.
And like slightly threatening.
But I think anytime I tell anyone have fun, it sounds sarcastic no matter how I say it.
Well, we always have fun when we're with you hanging out. So, like, doesn't matter if it sounds sarcastic, right?
I mean, sure.
Did you say that your train car kind of like slows down? You reach your stop, and the doors like slide open, a little hiss, right? You hear like, you know, you hear the little mind the gap message or whatever, and you come out, and Julio's just waiting there, like, about time.
Hola, Julio.
I believe you're the three I've been waiting for.
Yep.
Bramble, Pyro, Cosmos. Congratulations. Welcome to logistics. He's just walking you through. It's like a long concrete hallway, right? Leads you back. He's like, I believe one of you's designated as a teleporter. So we'll be using you a lot today. We're going to be opens up this big warehouse, right? It's like got real end of the first Indiana Jones movie vibe kind of deal. Just like boxes and boxes and boxes of sunglasses. They're like, he's explaining, he's like, these are some, you know, special giveaways that we're making for Wellington Week. They're altered reality little mini rigs. People are going to be able to see all kinds of fantastic displays and things, and map their way around Wellington Park with them. We're going to give them away to all the attendees. It's going to be your job today to make sure all of these crates get down to Wellington Park.
These crates.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and open a portal on up and scoot them all over. He gives you just like a little slip of paper with coordinates. He's like, whatever else you need, water in the break room. See you around lunch at 2.
I guess all we have to do is figure out a way to physically touch all of these boxes, and we'll be good to go.
Kalili goes to one of the boxes and like opens one up and puts some glasses on. She's like, yeah, these are kind of bogus.
You see this like this soft, you hear like a soft, like a startup sound, you know, like a computer turning on a little chime. And then Pyro, you're in the lenses, like a little loading, like a OS loading screen starts to boot up a bit. And all you see is just like a countdown, you know, and it's just got like the number of days, hours, etc. until Wellington Week kicks off.
They should have put a countdown to when Wellington Week ends. Takes it off, and she just, these suck.
Julio, before he leaves, one last thing. Please stay out of the archives. They're in the way back. Very important stuff, not for you, is kept back there. So please.
What kind of stuff?
Chip. Oh, you know, just relics. The Wellingtons, they're such clutterbugs. You know, you love them. They just like to keep little odds and ends from, you know, old adventures and expeditions and all the like. I mean, they've been superheroing for for almost a century now, right?
Wow,
And
yeah.
they've fantastic things, but just stay out.
Okay. It just feels like you were telling us to go in there, right?
Oh no, I mean there's this is a big security door. You won't be able to you just don't mess with anything, right?
Sure, sure.
So there's as kooky and fun as it all is, there's some real dangerous stuff back there. So I wouldn't like to see you gals get hurt.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we won't go anywhere near there. Huh.
Well, good luck, and big thank you from all of us at Wellington for helping us with our green initiative here. It really means a lot to our marketing image. He just takes off.
At least he's honest.
Okay, so we should go in there, right?
Maybe we should
Duh.
help them with their clutter. I mean, we're trying to be
We're
super helpful.
Yeah, we should totally start at the back and go forward. It's more efficient that way, right?
And they love efficiency.
Yes, and we could take some of the clutter off their hands. We'd be doing them a favor, right?
I saw this show one time, and I don't know, one of the other galaxies I was in, and they had all these groups of people just keeping things in their bedrooms. So many things, like toys and magazines and small animals and large animals. And that was, I guess, a bad thing. So we should make sure that's not happening here. And if it is, then we should gently help them because
definitely that.
Yeah, we've got to do our part, like they say.
Your part, you say. Yeah, so you weave your way to the back.
Oh yeah.
As you start heading back there, you notice that typical warehouse, right? There's a lot of there's some windows, there's a lot of artificial lighting and things, but the back of the warehouse begins, it's you can't see the end of it. You should be able to, but it's cloaked in some sort of darkness, it seems like. And as you get closer, Bramble, you're hit with this sensation, this sort of undescribable loneliness. I'd like you to take a powerful blow.
Oh boy.
So you just roll plus conditions, which you have none currently.
And it's not something we can see, right? It's just
no, the two of you don't even feel it. This is completely internal to Bramble. Okay. It's just you've just been hit with this quake almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so I roll plus any conditions marked.
Right.
Okay, so I got an 8.
Okay, so 7 to 8, you're either you can struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. You can give ground in your opposition gets an opportunity. So for that, I would say you would kind of lean into it and potentially be a little more hurt, more affected by
I think I'm gonna actually go with the lash out verbally. Knowing that Pyro's there and just be fuck, what the hell?
What happened? Are you okay?
I don't feel good, and it was sudden.
And so what are you trying to provoke Pyro to do? Something to
protect me? Yes.
She's when you say you don't feel good, she's she in her mind she's okay, what does my brother do and I'm not feeling good? She touches your forehead. She's okay. Do you need to lay down?
Was it the burrito?
So I'm gonna say go ahead, and if you're trying to get Pyro to protect you, and I do believe you have influence over her, so go ahead and roll to provoke.
Okay.
Provoke her into protecting, we'll say. But
plus superior, okay.
Yeah. What do you do exactly? Aside from being I'm hurt and stuff, what do you do to try to get her to protect you?
I don't know, because it doesn't
are you wanting her to seek out the source of this sensation, or just physically post up around you to ward off anything that might be coming?
I think post up around me, but I only rolled 4. I rolled a 4, and I have nothing to add to it.
Got it. So that will be. Let me. I decided I didn't like this quick guide, and I'm trying to.
So I roll. I get like experience points for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do I do that?
So I think just because you rolled low, Pyro can still do it. There's no benefit to doing so. So it's still completely, because like if we want to like just peel that apart real quick. Why do I keep turning away from the page I want to open? I'm sorry, y'all. We'll get this. Okay. We'll do it live, as I say. Right? 7 on a 7 to 9. If you had done the thing, you either add team to the pool, or if you didn't do it, Bramble would mark a condition. But on that low roll, we'll just say again, there's no effect one way or the other, or you just totally beef it. And I would say if it were against an NPC, I'd call it a beef, and like, oh, they just don't do it whatsoever. But because it's a PC, Momo, obviously it's your choice. One way.
Yeah, no, she definitely would
have a positive effect if you do.
Yeah, no, she definitely would if Van was like saying that she's not feeling good or something's wrong, she'd be like, what's like, she'd be like right away, like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? She'd like think back to like, okay, what does my brother do when I'm not feeling good? And so she's like, yeah, like, are you okay? Like, what's
it's not that kind of not feel it like at the expense of like sounding super uncool, I feel very lonely.
Yeah, there's just a sensation.
It's like that feeling of like when all my friends went to prom without me.
Is that's that thing where everyone dresses up in flowers and dances together?
Basically.
Midsummer.
Do you could flower and then
you could dance. Would that make you feel better?
I don't think so.
Flower and dance.
Let's just keep going. It's fine. I'll be fine. Let's go. I'm fine.
So as you keep going, you sort of enter things. Instead of you're entering that far end that was a bit darker, right? And you start seeing this sort of like haze, this fog around you. Cosmos, you are very familiar with this sort of darkness because you spent some time on a planet that was completely engulfed by it right before you came here.
Sure.
You're getting that same same sort of vibe of the shadowy creatures known as the Mercy and the sort of like aura that they project.
So with that, I think she like kind of instinctually reaches out and grabs Bramble, like not hand, just arm, is like a stop now. And maybe just sort of puts out a secondary, like a also you too, Kalili. There is something weird here. I haven't been here before, but I felt this before. Those things that were chasing me when I got here. This is how their whole planet felt. What did he say was in this archive thing?
Special artifacts,
relics, stuff from a whole century, from all over, from them being so amazing.
So amazing. Yeah. Okay. As
maybe.
Sorry, good.
Just I guess guard up. This is weird.
When they say that Van does bark skin, so like all of her skin hardens and looks more woody than like human flesh.
Toughening up. Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers.
Sure. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna add plus freak. Oh yeah, that's a 10.
Oh,
Nice.
absolutely. Yeah, you just right up, right. You get this whole kind of like natural armor just engulfs you. Is it spiny? Like you thorns come out as well to give it a little
Yeah,
extra
it
oomph.
basically how I picture the thorns is they go from like rose tile thorns, like
Hmm.
that's her like natural state is that they're like rose style thorns all over her arms and
Mhm.
Hmm.
on her legs. Her sleeping is a real interesting thing. And then
Hmm.
when she's in like distress mode, it becomes, you know, those like spiny tropical trees are like in
Mhm.
Hawaii, and there's some in like other tropical areas. Like it becomes like that. Like they get the really
Hmm.
long, pointy, hard ones. And so I think that like Cosmos and Pyro are around her often enough that like they know where to grab on her arm without getting spiked.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's her deal.
I think, and I'll leave this up to you, but I think I would propose that you get a bit bigger too. Like it's almost like you're stepping into, not stepping into, but like forming this like suit of armor around you. Almost that you get a little bit like
Yeah, I
a
would
little
say
bigger, a
like
little wider, a little taller.
the like it yeah, it becomes like a kind of like a mech suit of vines and bark skin. So yeah, she
Absolutely.
kind of she becomes like 2 inches taller
Hmm.
because now her feet are also covered in this
Yeah.
Mhm.
exoskeleton type of thing. Um, yeah,
Right.
wooden
And just
mech suit. I
completely
swear,
like
like in this game in Avatar, I gotta have a mech suit apparently. So it's a
apparently.
thing.
Yeah,
So
clearly
you're
like seem
mhm.
she gets more like checking out the surroundings and like very guarded like of like if she's like if something comes out she's like I'm just gonna punch it first, we'll ask questions after kind of situation.
Mhm. You start to like hone your energy. You get
Yeah,
you
her
get ready. So
her
you
hands like start to glow and her feet start to glow a little bit like this fiery like warm color, and she's
mhm.
like definitely like making fists, and she just like her vibe kind of changes.
Right. So as a bull, your whole ability set is you're really tough. You're great
Hmm.
at fighting and you can take a hit or whatever. I
Hmm.
imagine that your kind of red, glowy, fiery energy is kind of like uh Goku season 1 of DBZ, like his Kaioken
Yeah,
energy. Like it
yeah,
just comes out and just makes you like, oh,
yeah.
like you could take a bullet if you needed to.
Right, right, right.
You can just like hit super hard, super fast. But when it dissipates, you sort of like are drained
Yeah,
for a while.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
As you like recharge and kind of
She's
okay,
like,
not
I need a Red Bull. No.
right, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of glow up a bit, and then you notice that like your red glow kind of pushes the shadow back a little bit
Mm,
from around you. And so like you kind of create almost like a pocket of light for the three of you.
yeah.
As you move forward, you notice that there's like a big wall that separates the rest of the warehouse from where you are. And there is
Mm,
indeed this big, you know, enormous, intimidating looking security door that is currently ajar, just like cracked ever so open. And these shadows seem to be like pulsating out of there.
Can I would like to roll Unleash My Powers to quote unquote extend my senses, by which I mean, um,
Mhm.
totally just forgot my name, Micah, will like dig in their bag, like hang on, and ideally pull out like a tiny little robot drone with a
Okay.
camera mounted on it,
Uh-huh.
and just kind of set that into the air. We'll see if that actually happens.
I think we chatted about possibly Cosmos having like a little pocket dimension, or like not maybe not
mm.
even a pocket dimension, but just
Oh,
a
that's right.
place where they just keep all their odds and ends. So I think you would, again,
Yes, I would
I'll leave it up to you, but you
sticks a
open.
hand out in the air and like their arm disappears from the wrist down. Just a sec.
Mhm.
Okay, here it is. And we'll see if this works and if I see anything. That's the same as last time. Plus, we said freak, so that's
Mhm.
also an 8.
An 8. Okay. So we can either you can either mark a condition, or we can make your effect unstable or temporary.
We're gonna mark a condition.
Okay.
So last time marked insecure because another student shut the door in their face and she
Mm-hmm,
was like,
mm-hmm.
well, that's not nice. I'm going to mark afraid this time. I think that is not something that Mike is super comfortable sharing or even like feeling. But having like this with the sensation of these like shadow creatures around again, they're very much transported back to when they first arrived. He's like, this is weird. So they like pull out this thing and try, and as they let it go, I think there's almost sort of like they seem a little uncomfortable.
Okay. So you let your drone fly into the room before you all head in there.
Yeah, and just kind of see what's going on.
It flies in, and I think you have like a way that you're able to like see through it, like a camera or something on it, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of see what it's seeing, and you flip into like first person mode or whatever with it. It starts flying around, and it's like it's flying through a cloud, right? Except it's these like wispy shadows that keep getting in the way of the lens until it reaches, and it's like you start seeing like they're like old superhero suits, and it's everything Julio described, right? Like a lot of things are in glass cases, like funky looking ray guns, swords from other planets, dioramas of lost cities, all kinds of stuff like that. Your drone weaves its way around to the back, and you hear two familiar voices. You hear Shadow and you hear JJ. And they're rooting around looking. You can see that they're like, oh, this is so cool. Oh, Goggles is going to be so stoked that we found all this cool stuff. Oh, they're definitely going to give us something good for this. And the shadows that you see are emanating from Shadow. And JJ's like, just keep it up. You keep that up. No one's going to know we're here. And JJ's just like,
doing? I'm gonna kick his ass.
Well, here's the thing. Do you share?
Can we see that, or is it only?
I can have a little screen just out in front of us.
Perfect. So yeah, all three of you are able to see this.
Well, I feel like Kalili starts to like her glow starts to like intensify. Like just watching this, she's just like it's like intense seeing that. Like what the hell? Like her glow becomes very, very bright, like much brighter, and she's just like her fists probably at this point are like on like actual fire. I'm gonna kick both of their asses. I'm gonna kick Shadow's ass. I can't. What the hell is he doing? Who's Goggles?
I don't know. I think that can I kind of like sneak up to the door and kind of weave a vine into the room and then like gently and quietly start wrapping around JJ's feet so I can yank him out of there?
Yeah, go ahead and
roll and unleash my powers.
Yeah, let's unleash your powers again.
All right.
You're like, a vine just starts.
Hell yeah, that's an 11.
Nice.
No, absolutely. So yeah, you go in and you're able to just wrap that around his leg.
Yeah.
And you just start and you just yank him out.
And I'm gonna yank him hard and fast. Like I don't care if it hurts a little bit. He's being a little shit. So she like this is a big sister move of
oh yeah.
I'm gonna kick your ass to protect you.
So no, absolutely you do, and you grab him. He panics as you do, and as does Shadow, and it's sort of like the first. So it's like there's like a panel where the vine is slithering near him. The next one, it just snatches his leg. He goes ah, right, like he yells out in surprise and starts getting dragged, and you see like maybe like three little sequential panels of him like going across it's like him across the floor, and then you see Shadow like ah, and in his shock he sort of forgets what he's doing. All of the shadows in the back room in the warehouse and just sort of are sucked back into his body, and then everything's just like fully illuminated again as the alarm systems begin to go off, and then there's just like sirens and flashing like emergency lights going off everywhere. JJ as he like comes up, or as he slides forward.
Oh yeah, I don't let him up. I'm like, once he's in front of me, I stand over him and grab him by the front of his shirt and like pull him up close to my face. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
So he's like kind of startled and is not really sure. Everything was dark and everything's bright. He, in his hand, lets go of these little. He's got these like little balls, little metallic spheres, right? they shake loose and they clang to the ground as all of these little tiny explosives go off at your feet, Savannah. And I need you to go ahead and take a powerful blow.
Okay.
Can I try to defend them?
I
No.
don't roll anything.
Okay.
You're not, I don't think you're. It's all. They just sort of like clank
Like
at her
in an
feet, right? And
instant.
then just
Okay.
go off because he's just like startled and he doesn't know who grabbed him or what, but he's just trying to use his
It all
little tech,
happened so fast.
his little tech stuff that he has to.
So I rolled a 4, but
Okay.
I have a transformed move called I Am Not My Body, and when you take a powerful physical blow, you may roll as if you had 2 fewer conditions marked. If you do on a 10 plus. Oh wait, okay, so
You roll 4 and then you add your conditions, so that would be
so
six.
it wouldn't matter anyway. That I Am
But
Not My
yeah, you
Body
still
doesn't
would
do
roll.
anything.
Yeah, so you stand strong. You're armored up, right? So these sort of like you feel the impact against your bark skin, but it has no effect as they just like, these little things just clank to the ground, just like pop, 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 and you're just still standing there just holding him like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, Vanna, it's you. He just has nothing for you, right? As you're holding him, Shadow is kind of like walking forward to. He's like, we didn't mean it. It was just fun. It was supposed to be a prank that we for a buddy.
Who's Goggles?
Both
Big sister bestie
Goggles?
energy. Big sibling bestie energy.
Right.
I'm gonna actually give this one to Cosmos, because you will say you were actually paying attention in modern supervillainy, the lecture you had to attend as part of your volunteer work one weekend. Maybe it was to help yourself familiarize with the local landscape a little bit more. Goggles is everyone's favorite go-to gray market tech supplier in the city. Gregette Gearsmith is a given name. As long as you don't ask too many questions, Goggles can usually find or build what you need. She doesn't care if you're a villain, if you're a hero, whatever. As long as your money is green, she's open for business. Has also been known to broker in little jobs here and there for people trying to get started out in the life, as they say. Obviously, the other two aren't paying attention that day, but and they're like, Goggles, she's just a friend.
You're friends with Goggles.
More like she loaned us some stuff, and in return, we got to get her some stuff. She said it would be cool.
Wait, why are you even dealing with her?
As they say, cool, right? And you're like, why are you even dealing with them? You hear this like boom, like a sonic boom kind of erupts in the air above you as the like ceiling of the warehouse begins to retract, like open up. And there's like a figure, giant metallic wings floating down, and this booming mechanical voice, "Stop thieves."
If I get more community service because of you, JJ, I am going.
This big name hero you see floating down. You all recognize Icarus in his metallic wingsuit, accompanied by the wings of Icarus, which are really just like 5 robots that do what he says, like 5 like androids, right? And they're all also winged like he is. He says, "Stop in the name of justice."
Oh, this again. We were rescuing these children from their wrongdoing. We're just like you, just trying to get from point A to B.
Do our part.
Yeah, he looks at all of you, and he's like, he kind of sighs, and he's like, "Oh, cadets. Hey, small wonders.
We were here for the logistics stuff." She almost curses and then corrects herself. And something felt weird. And we found these two.
He kind of looks, and he's sort of like a sad look on his face. He's like, "What? Found them doing what?"
Harmless stuff. They'll be fine. You can give them like a sad job. Oh, they can finish this job and we will go home.
Yeah. Hard work. And that'll yeah.
Mm-hmm. He looks around. He's like, I mean, I guess no harm. And as he is saying, yeah, it looks like it's just like nothing really going on here. One of his wings like kind of pops an alert, and he looks. He says, "Why is the vault door open?"
What vault door?
Kalili looks at Shadow like.
He just looks and he goes. He gets one of these. Detain them.
What?
As the mechs just kind of descend and like all form a circle around you, and you hear like, "Stop! Do not resist. Please remain where you are, and all will be sorted out in a timely fashion." I would love
to resist.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are you gonna directly engage one of these mechs?
I am, and I don't know that they're underestimating me, but I feel underestimated.
I think they would be, right? They definitely think they have the upper hand here. Awesome. So if we're gonna spring into it, we get to do some fun team moves first, right? I feel like we haven't added any team to the pool yet, so that's my bad, right? I was supposed to do that at the front. You have 1 point in the pool right now. So what we need to ask before we do is, where is the page on it? Okay. Y'all, I had a whole plan, and then
it's great. It's great.
All right. No, exactly right.
It's also on the basic moves tab in our Google spreadsheet.
That's where I was about to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Do we have a consensus on who the team leader is?
Oh.
Maybe not all the time, but possibly in this situation at least.
As far as Van is concerned, it's Micah.
Okay.
Oh, I was definitely gonna say Van.
Oh, so we do not.
I feel like with the rivalry, like anytime Van like acknowledges Micah as the team lead, Kalili's like, wait, what? No,
we don't have a leader.
She's like, we don't need a leader.
Yeah, okay. It's less, I guess, leader and more like you're just the person that everyone likes already.
Okay. Well.
Okay. So Savannah's our team leader.
Apparently.
Nailed it. Okay. So we started the session with 1. Since we're entering Battle of the Dangerous Foe, we're going to add 2 to the pool. Our leader does not have influence over everyone in the team, so we don't get to add 1 for that, because Micah didn't give influence to anybody.
Uninfluenceable.
They're too cool for school.
Micah's too cool.
It's I'm a loner, Dottie, a rebel situation. You know what I mean?
Micah's too cool. That's from Momo, not Kalili.
Okay, and I'm going to ask y'all one by one. Micah, what is your purpose in this fight?
I want to intimidate these people back. I want the idea to be like, don't underestimate me again. I look like a kid, but I'm actually very worldly, sort of thing. So I don't necessarily need to win. I just want to show off.
Absolutely. Savannah, what is your purpose here?
To protect my little brother.
Okay. And Pyro, aka Kalili.
She's just like, at the situation, she's basically like always ready to throw down, so she's just like, are we gonna throw down, like literally, like if stuff goes south, she's like ready to go. But like despite the stuff in the group, she's pretty down for like, she's like, if we're gonna throw down, like, okay, like,
got it. But what's your, like, if you're throwing down, like, what's your reason, like, what's your objective here, like, what's your goal in this fight?
To protect the group and her brother. And she's just like, okay, we don't want to be detained. Oh, is this the rebellion? Okay, like we're doing it. We're doing the rebellion. This is the rebellion. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like we don't have a consensus on our purpose in the fight, so we're not going to add a team to the pool for that, but that's okay. We still have 3. Does anyone mistrust the leader currently? No. So we're not going to remove. And I am going to say that your team is ill-prepared or off balance. So I'm going to remove 1 So we have 2 team points in the pool right now. The leader can mark a condition to negate the removing of a team. So if you'd like 3 points instead of 2, Savannah can mark another condition.
No conditions, please. Thank you.
Fair enough.
2 feels fine. We're gonna do great.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so to give a quick recap, as we're doing fun stuff, right? If a team member has to roll, and you as another team member would like to increase their roll by a 1, you can take a team point out of the pool and describe how you were helping them in their role. Classic superhero team up stuff. You know what I mean? Like when Colossus needs to throw Wolverine for a fastball special, that he's using a point out of the team pool. You know what I mean? So, etc.
And do we need to call that before the roll, or can it be like, oh, you just got an 8 here? Okay.
No, it could be after the roll.
Well, I guess like 9.
And here, so each person, unless you have a move that lets you use more than 1, you can only use 1, but 2 of you could each use a point to influence a roll by 2, right? So if we do like a triple threat situation, etc. But you do only have the 2 points. Anyway, we'll get there. Micah / Cosmos, what do we do to directly engage this? You go after one of the robots.
Yep, I'm going to take out a wing or 2.
Okay.
I'm going to use a move from the Nomad playbook called the Littlest Space Bandit. And when you directly engage a threat that underestimates you, roll superior instead of danger, which is great because I currently have a -2 danger with this condition marked and angry marked.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my superior, which is a 3. I'm going to just straight up like Iron Man, like both from like little force cannons from their hands, try and take out. I'm going to try go for like 1 each, but I will take whatever I can get. Kind of as much damage to these wings as I can.
Let's do it.
Ooh, that's a 13, right? 10 plus 3. Yeah, 13.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So you get to pick 2. So yeah, you go in and you just start blasting, right? So anyways, sorry, can't need to be my favorite dude. You come in and it's just like boom, 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 and you're able to clip a couple of these wings, and they kind of take the hit, and they like stagger back, but then start lurching towards you. One of them attempting to restrain you. So you get to pick 2.
Yes.
On your move, you get to either resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, and it doesn't have to be physical, right? It could be conceptual as well. To create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition, and any 2 of those.
I would like to, obviously impress, surprise, or frighten is sort of what I'm going for overall, but I have this great opportunity to take these other things. So I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies, and I'm going to take something from them. Let's see. I don't know if there's like time to roll something else to be like what is helpful on them right now, or if that's more of like a speculative thing. If there is time, I think the version of that here would be like they send out some sort of like searching beacon and it's like, this thing is going to be helpful, get that. If not, then I will take their dignity.
Gosh. Okay. Let's go to. We'll get back. We're going to get back to that in a sec. But how do you create an opportunity for your allies? Is it just your sort of like sudden ambush that like lets them also?
I think she'll step out in front of both of them and be like, finally, take a few out and just kind of an after me sort of thing. And like, now it's your turn.
Absolutely. So you come forward and then you blast. One of them is just like incapacitated completely. But another, you clip another one, but that comes forward and then just like, comes right at you with a big robot fist. So I'd like you to also take a powerful blow as you're engaging with, we'll say 2 of the 3, and then the other you notice, we'll say Savannah, you notice that Icarus is kind of taken aback as this happens, right? He sort of like pulls one of these and like glides back a bit. Then you see his hand raise up and do one of these as there's like a vehicle like floating up in the air behind him, right? And like three other figures spring non-robotic and start coming down towards you. And you have time to react. Momo as well said, but each of you has, because of the opportunity that Micah has created here, you each have time to do something. So dwell on that. But then Micah, going back to your taking their dignity, absolutely you do. You see Icarus is just almost like shamed, in fact, he's
attacking some children. Sure.
He looks almost like he's second, you kind of get the sense now that he's like second guessing his actions, and he's like calling in reinforcements, and he's all sort of like not expecting this at all, right? He's like almost disheveled. But yeah, you've got three figures descending, they kind of just like jumped, and you just see like these coming down. Savannah, what are you doing?
I am going to the same vine that's got a hold of JJ is going to like whip him out of the main area that we're in to like get away from the situation a bit because I don't want him to get hurt.
Okay.
And then at the same time, can I shoot out another vine to pull one of these androids out of the air?
So the other three aren't androids, but yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, you can. Go ahead and direct. We're gonna say you're directly engaging a threat. So you're able to knock JJ away, no problem at all, right? He just flies.
Directly engaging a threat. Danger? What's my danger?
What is your danger?
Not bad. That's a 7.
Okay. So
we'll
get to that.
Okay.
Real quick. We're gonna roll it back to Micah's powerful blow. So you get knocked by one of these robots. You give ground in your. Okay, so you're gonna choose. You roll an 8. Yeah. And you're going to choose give ground, and your opponent gets an opportunity. So yeah, as you're knocked, you're sort of like winded by this other one, and you roll out of the way.
Am I able to defend?
You know what? Yeah, because you have an opportunity here.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and say, yeah, you're able to come in and roll. Yeah, let's. Why not? Right.
All right. 2d6, yeah.
2d6 plus your savior.
2d6.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. That's 7. Plus my savior. -1. That's 6.
Okay. So Micah, you're still gonna take the powerful blow. We'll say with a 6, a
Oh wait.
Do we want to use a team point?
Wait. Hold on. When you defend someone on a hit, you can hold 1 instead of choosing 1 from the list. Spend your hold when you're in danger later to arrive at the scene ready to help. Oh. What is choose 1 from the list?
Okay. So the list is the items that you have there. So you're defending someone. When it's successful, you get to do one of the cool things. Like you add another team to the pool. You take influence over someone you protect. You roll this since you rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Like you come in. So like you see this robot coming in, right? Micah's like blast, wings one of them. It comes in. You're trying to like get in the way. And
she's like trying to punch it as it's coming.
Right. As it punches Micah with one arm, the other one just comes in and just grabs your face and shoves you to the ground. And I'd like you to take a powerful blow as well.
Can I ask, did you roll that since you're defending your rival? Did you roll a danger?
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
my
right.
Absolutely.
+3. That's 6 + 3. That's a 9, baby.
Okay. So then thank you so much. Let's totally rewind this a bit. So yeah, you come in. So instead on the 7-9, it costs you expose yourself to danger, or you escalate the situation. I'm very dangerous. Which one are you going to say? Are you going to expose yourself to danger, or are you escalating the situation?
Ooh, is that gonna be under?
I'll let you know. If you expose yourself to danger, you're
Uh-huh.
still gonna take that powerful blow. So you're gonna
Okay.
it's basically you're gonna knock Micah out of the way and you're
Okay.
gonna take the punch instead of her. If
Okay.
you escalate the situation,
Mm-hmm.
question marks.
Okay, got you. You know what? She is she's gonna escalate the situation. Yeah, she's gonna
Spice it up.
she's gonna
Okay.
yeah, she's a spicy girl and she's gonna like go and defend and just look up at Icarus and be like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
It'll ping on your tablet. You're awarded another hour.
She
So yeah, no, you come in
Yeah.
and you're able to totally, get Mike out of the way. So Micah, we're gonna just ignore your take a powerful blow. Right.
Yay.
So as you're defended, and then Pyro, you're able to like basically just like deflect this
Yeah.
this thing's sorry. I just had a thought. Has everyone been marking potential on their 6 or under rolls?
Yes, I have been.
Keep them, yeah. Let's keep going.
Question: if I roll a 6,
That's
but
all.
I add and it's a 9, do I still mark it?
No, I think it's when you roll when you don't succeed. We fail forward.
okay.
in
When your results are
PBTA.
failed.
Got you. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So no, in that case you would not.
Okay.
So yeah, you just like kind of like knock this robot back, just like kind of like sparking a bit from your blood from your knock,
Fiery blows.
and you escalate it. And Icarus looks at you and goes, what am I doing? I'm defending my family. He goes, take them hard. And so then we're going to shift a second. And then Savannah, this is when the 3 are jumping down. You do your thing, right? You knock JJ out of the way. And then you go up to grab one of them. And remind me your roll.
I think it was a 7 or 8. I can't remember exactly which. I just know that I got one of the thingies.
Got it.
And so...
And we are directly engaging a threat, right?
Yeah, and so I think what I want to do is use... Where was it?
So you've grabbed one of them and you're pulling them in towards you?
Yeah, and I think the move I want to do is impress or surprise them.
Okay.
Because I think that I'm trying to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I think I'm trying to scare them enough that they'll calm their shit. So she's just when she grabs one of them and pulls them down, she's just gonna be like, "What are you doing? There's no we're on the same team. What the fuck?"
You get a little ding. Another hours added to your volunteer hours. So yeah, you grab and you see this this figure dressed in this kind of red and yellow kind of get up, very kind of fiery looking thing with she's got waving wavy blonde hair and this your classic Robin style domino mask, you know what I mean? And you pull her in and she flashes this sort of staff or baton thing and just quickly whips it around, and this big flash of light kind of erupts, or not, shatters the vine arm that you've created, and she kind of backflips and lands at her feet. She looks at you and goes, "Great grab, Vanny. I see you haven't lost your touch."
What?
And you recognize your former high school rival and co-captain of the color guard team, Janet Vickers.
When the fuck did she get powers?
Janet Valerie Vickers. And she goes, "I go by Goldenrod now. And guess what? I'm a member of the New Wonders. Surprise!" And she goes, "Icarus, it's okay. I know them." And how does everyone feel about taking a break?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yes, we can take a break.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody, we'll be back shortly. Stay tuned and we'll see how all of this resolves. Things are heating up here on Age of Wonder.
Spicy.
All right.
Welcome back, everyone, to Age of Wonder, a Masks actual play here on TTRPG. That's TEA, TRPG. But you already knew that because here you are. And here we are. Before we left for our break, our young heroes found themselves in a tricky situation where they were assigned pretty mundane task of moving some boxes around for the Wellington organization of heroing, etc. Found themselves in this warehouse where, lo and behold, two of their younger siblings, Shadow and JJ, brothers to Pyro and Bramble, respectively, were up to no good and possibly doing some thieving on behalf of a gray market tech broker known as Goggles. I guess everyone knows Goggles' real name. Gregette Gearsmith, aka Goggles. Woman about town who can get you just about anything or everything if you don't ask many questions. Mid reprimand, as the older siblings were attempting to they were interrupted as the New Wonders premier youth superhero squad here in Halcyon City caught them. Beautiful, Bramble. That's big mood, right? Led by none other than the new Icarus, Icarus 2, and his squad of wings, which are just his android bodyguards, and also the newest member of the New Youngers. A big plot twist here: Savannah's, aka Bramble's former high school frenemy.
We haven't been friends since middle school.
Oh, right. But co-captain of the color guard team before the transformation happened. One Janet Valerie, call me Val Vickers. And she just, comes down and says, Vanny, it's me. It's Val. Oh my God. How funny that you're in the Small Wonders program. And look at me. They call me Goldenrod now. She says that like she has like her hair does this impossible flip where like the wind catches it and it like a little like little shine comes off of it. She's like, isn't this amazing? I just woke up one day and it's like I had a whole sun inside of me. And so like her hands glow and brighten. And as she glows, Savannah, you feel soothed. Like you feel a little more like
I hate it.
A little calmer, right? It's like the first really warm day after a long winter, right? You're refreshed by it. It like tastes citrusy.
Motherfucker.
And
you have the whole sun inside of you, and she steps up like.
And I'd like to think.
Sorry.
Sorry, no, you go.
No, you're good.
That was my bad.
You're good.
I'd like to think that because you have history with Val, that she has influence over you, even if even begrudgingly.
Mm-hmm. She got an influence on me. Whether or not it's a positive influence is a whole other story.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm headed with that. Question: would Icarus have influence over any of you? Like you would know him as a big name hero about town.
Is he an adult?
He's no, he's like your age. He's 18. So he's considered still like kind of a younger hero, not a full-fledged adult hero like say his father Daedalus or other members of his heroing family, the Wellingtons.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he doesn't have any influence with Clearly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, definitely
You've never
not
like
with
met
Van.
personally.
Yeah.
It'd be like meeting a celebrity for the first time,
Yeah, she wouldn't care about that. She'd be like, okay, whatever,
Right.
You're another person.
Beautiful. I love it.
I think, Micah just assumes that they're better than he is anyway.
Nice.
Who is this?
The kid in a wingsuit.
Yeah, take the suit away. What is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Someone's
Clearly
little brother?
get down here and fight me.
We smash little brothers.
Coward.
Take the suit away is mainly a trust fund. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He lets out a big sigh as his hand comes up and like all of the mechs, including the ones that that Cosmos has damaged, kind of they start to hover and float away and back into the vehicle that's like kind of like up in the distance in the air. And he dismisses the other members of the new wonders who were like posting up near you. And he says, "Go ahead, go back on patrol. Me and Val will handle this. I gotta report
Handle
into Dad."
what?
Handle 3 delinquent cadets who are out of their mission parameters, and these 2 thieves. That's what we're handling.
Okay, what did they steal, and who the fuck are you calling a cadet?
Yeah, are you trying to get
Take the
handled?
swear
Because we
bang.
could handle it right now.
Yeah, he points at, the cadet on your 2 friends. I'm calling you 3 cadet. His little thing is just blowing up, and you just see like a face, like a really concerned looking kind of, like middle-aged man, kind of little balding hair. And he goes, Guillermo is, oh, sorry, Icarus, it's Dad. Is everything okay? I saw the alerts. I see one of your wings is injured, is in need of repair. Is everything okay? He says, Dad, yeah, I've got this.
Oh my gosh, what a powerful superhero.
Please,
Be sure
Dad,
to let your
please."
dad know.
He's like, who is that? He says, you know what? I gotta go. And then it just flash, the face flashes away as quickly as it was there. He goes, okay. I think this is a misunderstanding. You 3 are obviously in a little over your head. We'll take these 2 off your hands and just call it good. We'll be on our way.
You don't touch
Pointing
my
at
brother.
your younger brothers.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try and show you how in over our heads we are. It'll be great.
As you're saying that, JJ is like starting to stand up and get the vine off of him. He looks over at Shadow, and then back at all of you, and then they have like, you see like there's like a knowing glance between the 2 of them, and Shadow says, maybe we're not going back with anyone. And he unleashes a big shadow out of his chest that envelops him and JJ, and then just shrinks until all of them are, the 2 of them, and it'll just dissipate and they're gone.
See, this is why I can't have siblings. This is exactly it.
In their place, the only thing that's left behind is a small bronze figurine. It's a kind of bobbleheady looking thing that you all, I guess, Micah, since you were the only one paying attention, would recognize as sort of like a little caricature of Goggles. It's like a woman in this like kind of techie, geared out looking suit with these like welding goggles like right here, big grin on her face, just like a kind of, little suit, and then like the head is just bobbling.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael will grab it.
Ouch, it says.
Okay.
Watch where you're putting your hands, biggie. Looks at you and just sort of like this little like clockworky thing just starts like clamoring to life in your hand.
I mean, sorry. Look, if you're looking for someone to blame, I think it's this thing's fault. They'll say to Icarus and Goldenrod.
He flashes a look. He goes, "Is that a goggle head? Destroy it!" And he just reaches out for it. What do you?
Destroy feels aggressive. Yeah,
He's
I
like,
thought you
"Don't
were
you know what
supposed
that
to
thing is?"
handle it and hand it over.
He says, "Don't you know what that thing is? It's giving Goggles probably a live feed of this whole facility right now. You gotta crush it." And he just starts trying to reach.
I'm sorry,
reach
I don't
forth.
understand why you think I should listen to you. Like, you've given me nothing.
He points at his little Wellington badge. He goes, "Cause I'm
A guy in a suit.
a superhero."
Congratulations.
He says,
Someone's
"I'm
little
a
brother.
superhero."
You called your dad.
When you say someone's little brother, he just goes. He's like just like a sheet of ice. He goes, "Valerie, handle your friends." And he just flies off.
Her name's Janet, and we're not friends.
Your name is Janet?
What a
Yep.
lame name.
Why do you go by Valerie?
"Oh, it's a long story," she says. I just like it.
You just like it?
Yeah, Vanny knows. We just tease each other. She calls me Janet. It's
Can
the
I call
whole
you
thing.
Janet?
Definitely call her Janet.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
call
Well,
you Janet.
love it
you're
if you called me Val.
yeah,
I
Janet. You
know.
Or
said
goldenrod, she says, and again, just like the flash of hair, right? Like this sparkle. It's like this ray of sunshine.
Of course, you had to
like,
pick something plant-based as your name, right? You couldn't come up with something related to the fact that you fucking glow. Why are you so obsessed with me?
No, I didn't even know that you had a plant thing. Totally, like she knows. She 100% knew.
You see,
It
like,
was.
vines come up behind her that are also flipping the bird as Van flips her off.
She's just. It's like we shift into like a flashback, right? It's your first week after the transformation, and you're trying to go back to school, but there's just constant staring and glaring and like, why is she green? I heard that she turns into a plant, like the whispers. And you remember vividly that the source of a lot of the rumor mill was Janet herself. So she definitely knew you had a plant thing. She's like, I heard she just drinks water from her toes now, and they have just big roots, and she has to stand on the roof of her house to absorb the sun so she doesn't wilt and die. Like, it was a whole schmear campaign, and not like the kind on a bagel. You know what I mean?
Schmear campaign.
Now I want a bagel.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
I
want a
digress.
bagel.
So she's like, a plant thing. She's like, I just, I got picked for this program, and now here I am, and I just want, I'm just here to do good and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would
Plus-
do you good to get out of here.
Well, you see, I mean, what are we gonna do with you three? I think I'm gonna let you get back to your warehouse gig here. I think that's super good for you. It's just like a place where you can shine doing your thing.
You're
And
gonna let us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna take off now. Keep your noses clean, and maybe I can talk to Icarus about seeing, getting some real quality mentorship time with you three, right? 4 of us kicking it, sleepover style.
Can I
going
be
on
the monster?
mission.
Can I do a move? Can I do
Mhm.
be the monster to scare this asshole off?
Oh, I love this. Yes.
So basically, I roll plus freak, and on a hit, I can choose 2 things. I think no, choose 1 thing that happens.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. Do this. Oh, yay! That's an 11.
So you gotta pick 2.
I get to choose 1 in this case because it's a
Oh.
punishment if you have to choose 2.
I gotcha.
Okay,
I misread.
so
Thank you.
hurt some more you shouldn't have. You feel like more monster afterwards. So yeah, so on a hit, they're thrown off and make themselves vulnerable, or they flee. So I just want her to go away. And then what also happens then is that I think with the hurt someone or break something I shouldn't have, and I think in the like when what this looks like is that like her I don't know, like what would be scary as a plant. Like her thorns get longer, she gets more covered in thorns, and then like my vines kind of shoot out. And when the vines shoot out in all these directions, I accidentally like knock over the figurine of Goggles, and that breaks as the thing that wasn't supposed to break. Is that okay with you, Izzy?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so I think that's what will be the thing that I didn't intend to break, and yeah, but it gets like she goes real dark, and like then all the vines and everything comes out, and like her thorns kind of like pop out even further, and she's like, "I think it's time for you to leave now, Janet."
Absolutely. She's like sees this react, like you lash out and says, like I said, I'll talk to Icarus and I'll just see you gal pals later.
Hi,
and
Janet.
Just, like grabs her staff and just like does this with it and just like flies off.
Hi, Janet.
Trail of like golden light fall, like coming off of her as she goes.
Sorry, Micah. I didn't mean to break the thing.
I mean, better you than that person who thinks he does stuff. So we're going to go back and explore that archive area, right? Because we don't know where your brothers went unless y'all can track them somehow.
I don't know where they are, and I do want to know what the fuck is back here that they would get into.
Yeah.
Maybe do a quick circle and then we can go seek out Goggles for ourselves.
Sure.
As you head towards the the door to the room is still open, right? Like wide open. Sorry. All right. There we go. Bramble, that loneliness, that feeling that you had before, it begins to intensify. You're not going to take any more PBs because you've already dealt with it, but you hear, and then you begin to hear, it's like someone is like monologuing, this like very eloquent, like forlorn, if this be my last day on this earth, let me at least see the sun again. Free me, please, from this cursed prison where I've been.
Can everyone hear it, or just me?
So you hear this, but as you get closer and closer and you start coming into this room and, all these, again, it's like the whole thing that Izzy's drone, or sorry, Micah's drone saw before. It's like the big coin section of the Batcave. You know what I'm talking about, with the T-Rex and the this and, Mr. Freeze's gun under glass thing. Like, it's the whole thing. What you two hear as Bramble is hearing this soliloquy, we'll call it, right? It's just like this sort of like, almost like the sound of someone rustling leaves, or someone like chewing a bunch of lettuce. But you also hear this sort of like scraggly, kind of graggly voice going, radicchio, 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 over and over. But Bramble, to you, it is like perfect.
Oh my god, is it a plant? Is it a plant that is talking? That only Bramble can understand?
As you as you go further in, you do come, it's like a cage, an encaged little being, and it's maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall. This sort of like elongated cabbage radish looking thing.
We all love animals, right? Like, what are you doing to us? Bramble's going to like get down and kind of like get closer, and she's gonna be like, hey, little guy.
He looks like, at this point, he was sort of facing away from you, right? Just doing his little like monologue, blah, blah, blah. Not really, imagine like a tall kind of red cabbage, but with arms and legs doing its thing. There's like a plaque on the cage that just says radicchio.
Radicchio?
It turns around, it sees you, its eyes go just wide, just gloss over, and it kneels. Because, my lady.
Okay. How did you get here?
May I speak?
Yes, of course.
To that?
Yeah, the two of you just see this little cabbage guy going, rah, 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 and just kneeling before Bramble.
What the?
I don't know why it's kneeling, but can you guys understand what it's saying?
Do you want me to punch it?
Saying?
No, do not punch it. It's cute. Look at it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just I didn't know if it was it was threatening us, or it looks what is it? And she like pokes at it but doesn't touch it. Like, she's just like she's very confused by it.
Okay, little fella, what are you doing here? How'd you get here? Why are they trapping you here? Why are you bowing?
I, I, I am but a humble hedge knight who's been trapped here for many a year by, well, he points at the other two, humans.
I'm human, but that one actually isn't. She points at Cosmos.
Hi. I can't understand. Do I have to say something to it?
I mean, I think we can introduce ourselves. Okay, so is your name Radicchio, little hedge knight friend?
Yes, Radicchio.
Great. Nice to meet you. I am Van, aka Bramble.
My lady Bramble.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it keep doing that?
I think it thinks
say?
that, like, I'm some kind of
You
important person.
a dryad, a
Okay.
messenger.
Uh-huh. It thinks I'm a
Carrier of the word
dryad.
of the all seed.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, the all seed. I don't know, guys. Just introduce yourselves.
Hey, Micah, Cosmos.
Radicchio.
Hi.
Kalili,
Ah,
Pyro, and then
Oh,
she
do
like
your
pulls
light
a
thing.
fist up and like it glows.
Yeah, do the light thing.
Yeah, she glows and it's like a very warm glow.
He sees this and he goes, "My lady, look out! This one means you harm." And he's like rattling the cage, trying to get like he jumps up, on the bars, and he's like, "Ah!"
Oh my gosh, you made it mad.
Hey, chill out in there.
He doesn't like it. Put the glow down. He doesn't like it.
Okay.
All right, little friend. What did you do to get trapped here?
I was wandering in the forest one day with my noble steed, and a brilliant flash of light happened. Before I knew it, I was overtaken by several humans with amazing abilities that I'd never seen before. One of them, what I believe you call a minotaur, picked me up and did this to my face. He said something like, "Oh, won't this look good in the collection?" and stuffed me in a giant glass container. I've been here ever since.
I don't like that at all. Do you want to leave here with us?
My lady, it would be my honor
Okay.
to follow you and serve as your knight wherever
Sure.
we may go.
Yes.
If I may
But
only have your blessing.
you have my blessing, but then you have to be like nice to these two.
Are they your servants?
Absolutely not. They're my friends.
A dryad. Oh, friends with humans. Your nobility knows
That one's
no
not
bounds.
a human. Anyway, we'll let you out. But you don't need to like do the bowing thing. You don't need to do that. You can be my friend too. You're not a servant.
He reaches out his hand like this.
I'll shake his little hand.
As you do, he grasps it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you feel this sort of like commune with him, right? It's almost like it's like an ask. Like you feel like he's asking to borrow some of your power, some of your plant affinity.
What's this about, Radicchio?
My lady, I only ask for your blessing so that I may better arm myself to protect you and serve you as your knight.
Is there any way to like do some kind of make sure this guy isn't trying to pull one over on me?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's pierce his mask.
Okay.
Well, yes. Let me look real quick. Yes, no, that would work. Absolutely. You roll your mundane. and then you can ask some questions depending on your role.
Yeah. Mundane. She's like, that's like a negative one.
Mhm.
So yeah, I rolled a 3 total.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's just like, oh, okay, sure. We'll let him have some of my power, I guess.
Here's that mask.
I think on a miss it doesn't really do anything. I think is unless the rules here are wrong on the spreadsheet.
Um, let me look.
I'll mark some experience potential.
Yeah, so you don't get to ask any questions, but I think you're sort of you do. I'll say, do you actually? Sorry. So to do the move, let's say you do sort of try to like figure something out, and he feels your distrust, right? And he goes, "Have I done something to offend my lady?" And he like withdraws his hand and like bows again.
Uh, no. I just have a hard time trusting people.
Well, surrounding yourselves with meat bags, I could see why that is the case.
Mm-hmm. I'm a meat bag too. A reminder, I'm not a dryad. Okay.
But you bear the mark of the holy dryad, messengers of the all seed. You know, just pointing at all of your
Yeah.
plantiness.
That was it. That's a whole thing. I don't know where it came from, but I didn't always look like this.
It is a gift of the all seed.
Sure. It was a gift. Now no one can touch me. It's great. Um, okay, well, let's let you out.
Wait, we could take it with us and leave it in the cage.
No, I don't want to leave it in a cage. And if it is bad, then you can punch it.
Okay.
All right. And she pulls her fist up and it's like on fire again. She's just like,
What is it saying to you?
It thinks I'm like a dryad and that I've been touched by the all seed.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Why not?
it's fine. Like, it's whatever as long as, like, I don't like that he's, being kept here. You know?
I mean, if you can talk to it, presumably we should take it with us. But yeah, if it goes bad, and to like turn to the thing in the cage with, if you do bad, fire fist.
she's like this, like both fists sound fire, like looking at it like,
Radicchio, can you understand what they're saying?
Of course, my lady.
Okay. He can understand you, so.
Oh, I'm sorry then. Don't fuck up.
Okay. I'm gonna let him out.
Mm-hmm.
What's your steed? I am kind of interested in that. What do you like ride around on?
So he again is like, my lady, if I may only have your blessing, I could show you.
I am so curious. Sure. I'll hold my hand out.
Yeah, and he touches your hand and grasps it, and like your vines begin kind of growing and extending and kind of like reach across and kind of combine with him, and it like forms similar to the way you bark skinned a little set of like bark armor for him, including a little helmet and a little visor that pops up and everything, and there's like a little plant growing out the top of it, like like a little flower that like blooms at the top.
Oh
and
my
then
god.
he gets like a whole like a lance and like a little shield and everything, and the shield has just
Aw.
a big acorn on it. And
It's too cute, Miguel. You're
this
killing me.
little
Baby.
like hedge looking, it's like a hedge with 4 legs, right? Like a topiary, like, is that the right word? Like when
oh
you
my
cut a hedge to look like an animal,
Yeah.
but a lot,
Yes.
but like a little horse, and it's like neighing, and it's like alive and everything. And then he hops on it. He's like, like even on this, he's still only like 3 feet tall,
Yeah,
right?
Van is
Like on
like
top of the horse, and he's like,
This is
ready
the
to
first
go.
time ever that Van has been really glad for her powers because this is the cutest fucking thing she's ever seen.
He's just like stoked, and he begins just like kind of trotting the steed around, and he goes, "I've been blessed by the all seeing."
Oh my! So then Van
Adorable.
turns to Kalili and she's like, "He's so cute.
Kind of cute. Is that a little? It's like a tiny
It's
horse.
a tiny horse.
Where
Can
did
we
that
keep?
come
We gotta
from?
keep him, right?
Yeah, yeah. We're keeping the tiny horse for
At
sure.
least the tiny horse, yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
gotta keep both. He thinks he's my hedge knight. I can't leave him.
Hedge knight.
Yeah, it's cute.
I mean,
I-
if you think he's not gonna poison you or whatever, then sure.
Nah, if he does something bad, you know, you guys can. Pyro can punch him into a portal. Okay.
If he does, I will punch him with the flames of 1,000 burning suns.
Yeah. A little
Doing his
intense,
happy little
friend.
trot.
Uh, so then, do we
Mhm.
want to check out the rest of this place before we head out?
Oh, right. Yeah. Can you ask if he knows where any stuff is? Like,
Sure. Hey, Radicchio.
Radicchio.
Yes, friend. So
Yes, my lady.
yes, you were just wonderful. Do you, have you seen anyone around here with anything interesting or suspicious?
There were these two suspicious-looking younger meat bags earlier. One of them produced a most foul-looking shadow aura out of himself.
Mm-hmm.
But they are gone now. They were looking for, well, I don't know what. They just kept mumbling something about an Apollo hook.
Apollo hook. Have y'all heard of an Apollo hook?
no. Hang on. I would like to see if someone else I know has heard of this. I'm sure you have some sort of move. Is there like a think of information? Does that assess the situation, I guess?
Well, assessing the situation is more like uh looking around your surroundings, or like when you're about to, oh, let's stake out the crime law, the crime base before we head in, or like the questions you can ask with it are, what's the biggest threat here? What here is in the greatest danger? Who is the most vulnerable to me? And how could I best end this quickly? Right.
Got it.
Something like
Okay.
that. So I would say let's look at what your playbook moves are, and if there's anything applicable there, like any
I have one that could potentially come with problems, but if no one has any idea what it is, I'm happy to roll with that.
let's what are we thinking? Is it, I hate calling it cavalry?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like very happy to move that, but I was just seeing, I guess, more if there's a basic move that gives us information, but I think you're right. It's just assess the situation.
Mhm.
So if no one else has any ideas, then Micah will be like, yeah, hang on, let me call a friend.
Who you calling?
Do we have no one else in this room? We'll see. And is going to like root around in this little pocket dimension, come up with something that looks I'm gonna say it looks like a Tamagotchi. Remember those, from 20 years ago?
Mhm.
It's miraculously held up very, very well, but just kind of punch a few buttons in. Be like, all right, so this could give us an answer on what this Apollo hook thing is, or we should get ready to run. Let's see. I'm going to roll for that. So for others, I'm using, I hate calling the cavalry when you call allies made beyond this roll to ask them for help, market condition. Oh no, market condition and roll superior on a hit. Someone shows up to lend a hand, a 7 to 9. They're dragging their own problems. On a miss, it reaches someone you wish it hadn't, which is always fun, right? So I'm going to mark another condition, which I forgot about. I'll worry about that in a little bit.
What are we marking?
Let's go ahead and mark. Let's see what feels right here. Let's mark angry. It's been a long day. People keep underestimating me. Apparently, Van has all of these other friends I've never heard about, and now there's a hedge maze, and I just don't know why I'm supposed to be okay with that. My cat is acting very strange.
Cat.
I'm going to assume this is normal cat behavior, and I'll go ahead and mark that. Okay, she's playing with a toy. Got it. Okay, sorry. 2, 3, 5 plus superior. I think that's like an 8. Is that what it's giving me? Not ideal.
Like, yeah, your
we'll
superior is 3. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, they're dragging their own problems. So
Okay,
who are you contacting?
I think, let's see, this would have been for a while. In one of her travels, she was traveling with this like group of tiny space pirates. I mean, like similar to Firefly situation, just a really like small group of, you know, smugglers slash thieves slash bandits slash ne'er-do-wells, just trying to do the right thing. She reached out the captain of this tiny ship, whose name is Ash. And sends a communication just saying like, hey, we've got some weird stuff here. Any chance you could help us ID something? Please don't drag my friends and I off this planet. I like have to get some stuff done.
The little Tamagotchi is like a comm, like a communication device. And you hear on the other end Ash, she comes through and is like, you hear it, her voice is kind of, she's winded, you know, and says, Cosmos, is that you?
Hey,
Been a while. Yeah, I could help out for a spell. That sounds great. Yeah, why don't you buzz me over? You still got that little teleport rig, right?
Right. You're not gonna like arrive here chased by some sort of monster, right? Because you sound a little out of breath.
I mean, how quick can you close that thing?
All right. I guess everyone brace. Until again, reach back in the pocket dimension, pull out a tiny little portal gun and press a few buttons. Like, all right, come on through. Ideally just you, but we'll see what we can do.
You just hear, come on, that's across the, okay, here I go. And just like, no. And then you see from the other side of the portal, right? It's like this, like a desert scape. There is a crashed ship in the far distance, which Cosmos you recognize as Ash's ship. And then she's running in like full like pirate regalia, right? She's just got this long, ridiculous like purple coat, the big boots and everything, and this hat. And then she's just got a blaster that she's just like shooting behind her, and then slung over one shoulder. It's just like a big burlap sack looking deal with who knows what inside of it. And then hot on her heels are these 3 sort of T-Rex looking, well, let's say more just big lizardy looking aliens who are just running down, and they have like big clubs, right? So there's like a whole, well, let me rewind, whole group of them. She slides through. 3 of them come through as well before you're able to close the portal. And then she's like, yep, hey, Micah, help a captain out. And she's like trying to, get her sights down on one of these. And that, my friends, is where we're going to leave it.
Oh, man.
Not see that one coming.
Oh,
Classic,
man.
almost dinosaur situation.
Amazing. Amazing.
All right. Well,
everybody, thank you so much for joining us for this first issue of Age of Wonder, a Masks actual play here on TTRPG. We'll say issue title something Into the Shadows.
Ooh.
I've been Miguel, your GM. Thank you everybody for joining us. Let's do some outros, everybody. I guess I'll go first since my Nightbot just went off. You can find me on Twitter at Miguel_Clasico, where I tweet about my crafty shenanigans. You can find me here second and third Saturday of every month through May as we round out our first session of Age of Wonder. You can also find me here Wednesday nights for 2 more weeks Halcyon Pride, another Masks actual play we have going on here at TTRPG. And then if you're feeling cool, you can also find me this evening over at the Red Hair Inn here on Twitch in a D&D little something we've got going on. Let's see. Let's go backwards this time. Izzy, how about you?
Hey, I'm Izzy. Thanks for coming. I am on Twitter at Z_mist with a Y because fantasy. I will be here second and third Saturday of every month until May, as Miguel just said. You can also find me Wednesdays on Friends Who Roll Dice for some time. Bi-weekly, we'll be doing an Urban Shadows actual play called No Friends in Death. It's a lot of fun. Please come by. And then if you're like, no, I hate looking at things, I just want to listen, I'm also in a podcast, Pathfinder AP, that releases on Wednesdays, just wherever you listen to podcasts, if you're into that too. That's all the things. Thank you all for tolerating my cat being kind of a needy diva.
Thank you so much. You're awesome. Momo, tell everyone about how cool you are.
Hello, I am Momo, and thanks for joining us today. It was a lot of fun. You can find me here every second and third Saturday of the month, as well as Saturdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time for my own stream for Rime of the Frost Maiden that I DM. And Mondays on Talking XP at 7:30 for Curse of Strahd. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter for any TTRPG, video game, RPG, all that in between. Good stuff. And thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun today, guys.
And Nikki, go ahead and take us home.
All right, I am Nikki. I'm co-creator here at the channel, and I do all of our scheduling and casting. So if you are interested in running something or being in something on the channel, make sure you reach out to me. I also am co-host of our talk show this month. On the last Sunday of every month, we have an episode, and this month we have Angela, who will be talking about her new game, and we have Natalie from Charm Person Games that will be on as well. So that will be really fun. Definitely check that out. And if you want to see our backlog of all of our amazing shows, you can follow us on YouTube, subscribe, and get to see all of our stuff that we put out. And yeah, this will be up there eventually as well. It'll be great. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day.